Welcome to After Sunrise. I'm Elena Ruskin for Maddie and Alex today. And this Friday is all about raising money to stop human trafficking, which is something that we have been talking about a lot this week with our 2025 Remarkable Woman Award winner, Des Perkins. Here's 17's Maddie Jansen with her story.
March was Women's History Month. All last month, KGET, along with Rodriguez and Associates, brought you stories of remarkable women making a difference in our community. This morning, we reveal our winner, a woman who has overcome unbelievable adversity, including human trafficking, sexual abuse, and gang involvement, to now guide local students facing their own obstacles. And those students and her colleagues helped us pull off this surprise. Take a look. It's still a surprise to Des Perkins when people stand up and cheer for her.
I think she deserves it, you feel me, because she's been doing a lot for us. Me personally, she do a lot for me. She always been there for me.
She is just such an incredible person. She has an incredible story of resilience from surviving human trafficking to turn that story around and helping so many people in the community, especially our youth that are at risk.
There was a time when Des was kicked out of high school. Now she works in one. When she was a teenager, she was tormented by extreme poverty, trafficked by her mother, and molested by people who were supposed to protect her. And she learned to cope by drinking, stealing, and fighting. But today, her counseling office is a safe space at Ridgeview High School.
I take being a counselor, I take being a teacher, I take all of that very, very seriously. It wasn't until high school, I hope I don't cry, it wasn't until high school that someone actually showed me that they cared. So, and it was Russell Reeder. So yeah, that's why I do what I do. She was the first person that ever bought me anything. She was the first person that told me that I mattered. She was the first person that would come to my house and knock on the door and check on me when I was going through everything. So it means a lot, and that's what I try to give them.
She always just helped me with advice, you know, regarding school or personal life, you know, issues or whatever. And it's like a safe space for me. Like I know I can come in her office or council office and just talk to her, and like she always give me advice, you know, on just like how to do better and like be better, you know.
I've been in law enforcement 19 years, and unfortunately the majority of those stories are very tragic stories, and most of these girls don't make it. So her story is definitely one in a million. So the fact that she not only survived that, but she turned out to be this incredible woman. I could not think of anyone else to nominate for this award.
You've been chosen as the KGET Remarkable Woman for 2025. A heartfelt surprise for a remarkable woman.
I look at it as I'm just doing what wasn't done for me. So I don't honestly see myself as remarkable. I just see myself as I love the students, I want them to be okay, and that's all that matters.
And joining us now in studio, Des Perkins, our 2025 Remarkable Woman. Des, thank you so much for being here this morning. How does it feel to finally let this secret out, tell your family and friends? I know you've been waiting.
It's been hard. I don't usually have to keep secrets, and this was a hard secret. I was scared to death when you guys had me sign that NDA.
And I know that you were really surprised and taken aback with that. You said you thought you were in trouble.
Yeah, because that room is a conflict mediation room, and it helps students resolve different things. And so when my principal came to me and said, there's a student over there and we need to talk, and I was like, what did I do?
Oh no.
What did I say something wrong? What happened?
Quite the opposite. You know, Des, your story is just, it's so graphic and heartbreaking, but you keep sharing it. You wrote it in your book, you shared so openly. Why is it so important for you to continue to share your experience?
Even though it's hard to share, I think it's important to share it because there are many people out there that are like me. There's young individuals going through this right here, right now, today. So if I share and they see that I've overcome, that'll give them the ability to believe that they can also overcome. So I have to share it. I have to, because I want them to know that there is light at the end of the tunnel.
You know, despite, or maybe because of all the hard things you've been through, you're really good at containing your emotion. Until when we were there, we asked you about your high school counselor, Russell Reeder.
Oh, gosh.
Why was she so important in your life?
Because no one ever saw me. And despite everything that I was doing, I was pulling fire alarms, I was fighting, I was doing so many things on the high school campus, and not one person, even the junior high and elementary campus, and not one person ever asked, why are you acting like this? And she told me, she said, you're gonna amount to something. You're gonna be something. I need you to get it together. And she took me under her wing, and she cared. And that's all. Going through human trafficking, that is all anybody wants to see, is somebody that truly cares, not someone who just says they care.
And now you are that person for so many other students. And we have a surprise guest this morning as Ms. Russell Reeder joins us here as well.
Oh my God.
I'm here for you, baby. Always have been. Always have been.
Oh my God.
Love you.
I'm so
Why y'all do that?
sorry, Tess. Russell, you were just such a testament to the difference that one caring person can make.
Thank you. Thank you. You know, I am so proud of you. You know that, don't you?
Yes.
I remember when you were in high school, and right now I'm thinking about how you had such a beautiful smile, a wonderful smile. Your eyes were so bright, and you were so intelligent, and you had a desire to go forward. I remember that so well. And here you are. I'm so proud of you, Des. Of course, I called you Odessa then, right? But I am so proud of you. And, you know, we've talked a couple of times or whatever. And every time we talk, I'm just always amazed. You were so resilient then. Remember those times you'd come into my office and we'd talk? Usually after an incident on the ground.
I was doing
some
too
sort
much.
of a behavior
I was doing too much.
Yeah. But then we talked about it. And we talked about it. What you're doing now with your kids, you're doing what I was hoping to do, is to develop a connection and to see that many people need to be validated and loved and cared about. That's what you're doing now.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm so proud of you.
Thank you.
Russell,
Yes.
you were in education for 40 years.
Yes.
You told me yesterday that you can still picture a lot of students when they were in
Yes.
high school in your office, and you can
Yes.
picture Odessa
Yes.
in your office. What was it for you when you finally realized, you saw Odessa and found out that not only did she overcome everything that she went through when she was sitting in your office back in those days, but now she had taken that pain and she was going out and helping other students and other human trafficking survivors
Yes.
like herself.
Yes.
Were you just amazed?
Yes, I still am. And the thing is that it just shows that if you continue to push forward, you know, what you can still overcome. Because she had some issues that I mean, I didn't know anything about any of the situations, about what was going on, but I knew that she was in pain. And I knew that she struggled, and that's why we kept in touch. And why I would acknowledge you on the ground, see you on the ground, see you at your house, see her in my office. And what you're doing now is just kind of, I don't know, I'm just really proud of all of it. Yeah.
Paying it forward.
Oh, yes, you are paying it forward. Yes, and more.
Russell, you went above and beyond. And I've heard Des talk about the things that she does for her students now. You now go above and beyond.
I love my students.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love them.
That's what it is, isn't it? It's about loving them dearly. So many kids, and like I overheard what you said, so many other kids have gone through many, many things. Maybe not to the degree of the problems that you've gone through, but so many have gone through. And when you're working with kids, you have to understand that school may be the only safe place for them. Yeah, yeah, a lot of them too. Yeah.
Was that the case for you, Des?
It was, she used to give me food. She bought me clothes. She gave me hygiene products. I wasn't getting that.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, and you see an individual's need, and you try to do whatever you can to help supply that need.
Yes.
And that's what I tried to do, in addition to trying to give you love and attention and validation.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I do now.
Yeah.
You have
Like I have a pantry. I keep snacks, and they always come in asking for snacks. And when I was teaching, I had a drawer that had hygiene products in it. And when I was at the elementary level, I had a whole closet that had everything for them.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't just do your job, and Des doesn't just do her job. You truly are a testament to the power of caring and loving. You changed a life, you changed our community, and Des, you are doing that now in such a powerful way.
Yes,
you are passing bills to protect other survivors. You are talking to those survivors and those victims on the streets right now, and it is just incredible, your resilience.
Yes.
And Racelle, we're so grateful for educators like you, and now you, Des,
Thank you.
who are just changing lives. And we thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
Both of you.
Thank you.
And Des, I feel like you may have some words for me after, because I know you don't like crying or getting emotional. But we just wanted to, be able to just see this connection and to share just the power of a connection like that. So thank you both so much.
Yes.
And congratulations, Des. You are truly, truly remarkable. Both of you are. And don't forget to join me tomorrow for our one-on-one with our remarkable woman, Des Perkins, here on Sunrise. We'll be right back.
Just an incredible honor to see that connection, to honor Des, one of the most humble women we've met. And of course, our efforts to stop human trafficking on our own streets continues today. Let's join Kevin now live at Compassion Corner. You were out there for another effort that we have to stop human trafficking here in town. And if you show up early this morning, you also get a tasty treat in return. Tell us about the drive happening today.
Yeah, we've had numerous cars coming through for that breakfast burrito. Why not? It's Friday, grab breakfast, and you can do it to support this cause. For $10, you can come down and get a breakfast burrito. We've got a drive-through all set up. You don't even have to get out of your car. A lot of great volunteers out here bright and early for the breakfast burritos. And then throughout the day, you'll be able to make a donation at numerous locations around Bakersfield for our Red Bucket Day. We've got over near Hodell's, Knutson and Olive Drive, over at Sully's at Stockdale and Gosford, and also on 19th Street at Luigi's, and of course here at our Compassion Corner throughout the day. Again, all to support Project Rescue. What a great organization in our town, bringing awareness to a major problem of human trafficking. And the money we raise today goes to all types of programs to curb this issue. And, you know, we've got Cynthia Giamara in studio with you, Elena, right now, and she's going to talk a little bit about where this money goes and the importance of being a part of this throughout the day. But again, we're going to be out on the streets of Bakersfield all day long, but you have until 9 a.m. to come out here to Compassion Corner and grab that breakfast burrito for $10. And again, the money's staying right here locally. We'll send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thanks so much, Kevin. Like he mentioned, we have Cynthia Giamara here. You and I had the pleasure of speaking with each other earlier this week on 17 News at noon, and we had 3 minutes, and it wasn't enough time. So I'm so honored to sit down with you again and talk about human trafficking, because this always feels like it's something so big it can't be tackled. And you said, no, that is not the case. Talk about how this all started with Project Rescue and your Red Bucket Day.
Well, this started in 2012, actually, and through our women's ministry at Canyon Hills.
We were raising money that year to benefit an organization that was doing work in India, rescuing girls that were being taken across the border to Myanmar, between Myanmar and India. And after that season of fundraising for that particular cause, our team decided that we were going to keep raising money every year with an awareness campaign and a fundraiser to keep money locally for what happens here in Kern County and Bakersfield.
And I think it's hard for people to realize this is happening here in our community. I was told once by the district attorney's office that because the 99 and the 5 meet here, these are highways for traffickers. And it's not just for sex work, but it's also forced labor and other ways of human trafficking. So is that one of the reasons we're seeing it here in Kern County and why you're helping to stop, hopefully, it from going over?
Well, absolutely. There's a corridor that runs from Mexico to Canada on I-5, and 99 cuts off into Bakersfield, and then let's not forget 58 goes over into Las Vegas. And so with that in mind, with that configuration, we are a hub in Bakersfield, and for both labor and for sex trafficking. So we're doing what we can to try to make an impact on helping those who have been rescued, and I'm helping the coalition that has multiple agencies working together to do what they can do when people are being rehabilitated or when the law enforcement is involved in actually making the arrests and making the arrangements for the busts that happen.
And that coalition has been doing incredible work over the years. I have a friend who's involved, and she talks about how they have more prosecutions, they're getting more arrests, and so that's where this fundraising comes in. Talk about how as you bring the money in, it then supports the coalition.
Right. We've been supporting the coalition since 2013, I think the year after we first started the overseas work. The coalition was also started in 2012, the year that we started. And so we've been giving money to the coalition every year that we've been out there. And the coalition is made up of organizations that are government agencies with representatives from law enforcement, from Department of Health and Human Services, from the Open Door Network, which used to be the Family Alliance Against Family Violence, some private organizations. And as the years have gone by, there are survivor advocates that are represented on the coalition. And so we support them, and those organizations work together in a cohesive way to not only just make the arrests, but also, I think even as important, if not more importantly, work together when survivors are identified and when they're coming in for help. And I know that back in early February, the coalition, along with the Exploited Initiative at CityServe, which we're also connected with, we had a luncheon at CityServe, and at that luncheon there was a panel of people that were represented from the various agencies and organizations that are on part of the coalition team, if you will. And that panel presented the history of a case that had happened in our county and what happened from start to current day, and what happened with one individual and all of the organizations that were involved every step of the way for several years, because this particular person had started, her trafficking had started when she was 11 or 12 years old. She's now over 18. So they talked about all that they had done over that period of time for those years to track with her, to help take care of her, to help navigate with her, the ups, the downs, the challenges, the successes. And she's now a mother, and she's still having connections with those people that were working with her. And then at the end of that panel discussion, there were 2 awards given called the Freedom Award. And so those were given to 2 people. One was given to the Bakersfield Police Department for all the great work that they've been doing over the years. The award was given to them as a group. The other one was given to a gal named Dr. Angela Look, who works with Department of Health and Human Services. She's done remarkable work with a dedication in her heart over many, many years in this cause. So that's where the coalitions come in, and that's what they're doing.
I just love that, and following it through for years, because as we heard with Death's story, as horrifying as it was, she was trafficked by her own mother. And we know that there can be gang involvement, there can be drug involvement, there can be mental health issues, but sometimes it's somebody that you know and love, sometimes it's someone you trust, sometimes it's a stranger. So you have these fantastic flyers that we'll be handing out as you stop by the Red Buckets today and you're donating to this cause. I love that you have the information on how to stop it. What can we do? How can we make this end here in Kern County? Where will your money be going? As you are stopping human trafficking, it's reporting it. It's helping to support the survivors. It's helping to support all the people doing the work. But also, how do we protect our children, Cynthia?
Right. Well, that's a really good question, and it's an important one, because a lot of what happens with trafficking is the traffickers, they will start grooming children at young ages, and they are watching what's happening on social media. They'll see if a student is talking to her friends or to his friends saying, oh, I'm really unhappy, my parents have done this, they're just not with it, and whatever the cause of the sadness or the discouragement at that particular time, and the traffickers know what they're looking for, and they will start to engage on social media with that young person, and they'll develop a relationship, if you will, over a period of time. Could take weeks, even months, and then they'll get to the place where it's time now to meet, and they'll make an arrangement for them to meet somewhere. Don't tell your parents, we're going to meet, and the rest is history from there. There's a way of luring them in, and sadly, students are trafficking students as well. It's not just adults coming after the students. Young people are trafficking friends, and it's horrific what is really going on in our community.
And do they realize they're doing it? Because you think that for the adults, it's about power, it's about money, it's about control. For the students that are doing it to each other, do they really understand what's happening, or are they being brainwashed from a higher level? Like, how is this happening?
You know, I don't know the actual cause for that to be happening. I mean, there's a lot of unhappiness in our young generations right now, but certainly the students that are perpetrating the trafficking know that they're getting money for what's happening. And for the students who are the victims, I don't think, this is just my personal sense on this, I don't think they realize the depth of what is happening to them and what that may be leading to for their future. I don't think they realize that. I just don't think they do.
You have to be in some sort of denial. Yeah, and so with all of this, it can happen so many different ways. So I love that the backside of your placard here will talk about safeguarding your kids. I like keeping my children offline. They're very young. My girls are 8, 6, and 4. But keeping them offline as long as possible, but then also having those healthy conversations with them. What kind of things should we be saying to our kids before we let them online?
Well, if it were my child, I would tell them, anything you do online, I'm watching you. I will be monitoring your phone, monitoring your whatever you use, whatever device you have. I'm going to be monitoring you, and I'm telling you right now, you need to be careful for this, this, and this. And I would explain to them when they're old enough to understand. I would explain to them with age-appropriate information. This is why I'm watching what you're doing. This is why. And the Safeguard Conference, that is something that we can offer through one of the gals on our team. They go into that with both parents and with children, separate groups, to help them understand more of what this is really about, what parents can do and what children need to be aware of.
Fantastic. And then do you have any advice for if we see this happening, or if we think, hey, there's something weird here? Who do we speak up to? What do we say? How do we intervene the right way?
Yeah. The best thing that you can do, and we're giving this to all of our volunteers, but there's I think this number may be posted on some of your information that you are broadcasting, but there's a hotline number that people can call, the national hotline number, and it's an 888-373-7888. It's just an easy number to remember. It's on this flyer that we're giving out today. But also call the police department and say, I suspect there's an issue over here. Can someone come help? I don't necessarily recommend that we engage on our own with someone that we're suspecting is being trafficked, because generally they're being watched. We've seen that in years past in some of our locations where we've had our tents set up. The people are being watched. And so for your own safety, it's better to call law enforcement, report it to the national number, call locally, and let law enforcement come in. So certainly if you see someone in grave danger and you want to step in and help. But I don't recommend a personal interaction, except probably in a rare occasion, just for personal safety.
Absolutely. I agree with all of that, and thank you so much for that insight. Another great way to help is supporting the cause. So as we're coming out and we're just dropping money in the buckets, do we drop from our car? Should we get out and chat with you for a bit? Both?
both. We have tents set up at Hodell's and over at Sully's Chevron today. Our volunteers are out on the street corners with the buckets and stop signs. We have QR code posters that we have on the intersections and also at the tables. So they can stop by at the table, they can scan a QR code, they can go online. I mean, there's different ways they can reach us to give us money. So, you know, we're excited when actual dollars are dropped into the buckets, because that gives us a sense of satisfaction that it's working. So.
It's working. And not only is the money being raised, but that means that more efforts will be funded, more of these causes will be seen through. I like dropping dollars as well, but I hardly ever have cash in my wallet these days. What's the best way to donate online? Online,
canyonhills.com/Project Rescue or canyonhills.com. It'll open up going to Women's Ministry. Scroll down to Project Rescue and you can make a donation there.
Perfect. And instead of money, sometimes people want to donate their time. Do they also reach out to Canyon Hills?
Yes. Yes, okay. We're always looking for volunteers, so they can call the church office or they can call CityServe as well.
Yes.
And CityServe will get them connected through the Exploited Initiative, which goes to me, and then we'll get them plugged in for future efforts.
This is just amazing. So we're running out of time, but I just wanted to say, Cynthia, with the incredible work you've been doing more than a decade now, what are you hoping that your legacy and this campaign's legacy will be?
I hope that we just make an impact and help. My heart is really for the girls and women to be rescued, for people that are out in the fields working tirelessly with no real pay, for them to be rescued. That's where my heart is. I want to see people set free from this.
You know, choke me up. And I think a large part of that, we have about 3 minutes left, is knowing that you are loved. All of our young women, all of our young girls so often are pulled into these situations because they are not feeling loved. They are feeling lost. Sometimes there is drugs involved. Sometimes there is abuse involved. But so often it just comes down to love. And that's where the church can help. We've seen that a lot with CityServe and reaching out to families and creating a healthy environment. So even if they're coming on their own, it's a good time for them to stop by Canyon Hills and stop by church, along with talking about trafficking itself.
That's right. Yeah, they can stop by the church anytime and we'll be there to help them, or they can stop by CityServe. We're there with the Exploited Initiative. We'll step in and do what we can.
Just amazing. So again, this fundraiser going through the end of the day. We have the burritos as well that I wanted to mention. Those are $10 a piece until 9 a.m. So those are going to be happening just for the first part of this morning. Then you're going to continue to collect the donations through 5 p.m. At 5:30, you're going to put your feet up.
I am.
How much money are you hoping to raise in total with all of this?
I would like to see us raise about $20,000 today.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
Last year we were a little over 13, I think, and but a few years ago we were pushing right up at 20,000. So we'll see what happens today. But we have a generous community, so we won't have a final count today because of the QR codes and people giving online. But we should know by the end of next week where we've come out for this year. So we're excited. We're very excited that today is here. And we have great weather. It's warming up out there.
Yes,
so,
she was out there this morning with Kevin. It was in the 40s and they were so cold. But you're going to grab the hot burrito and stay warm in your car. Again, look for these signs. We're at the Hodell's at Olive Drive, here at 22nd and L Streets, and the Sully's Chevron on Coffee Road by Trader Joe's.
That's right.
Fantastic. And so you'll see the big signs and you'll say, I want to help out. This is also fantastic. If you can, grab one of these and give it to someone in need. Place it in a bathroom stall, somewhere where it can be seen, somewhere where you can continue to help spread the word, because half of the money, half of the cause today isn't just the money, it's the awareness.
And you know, we have stickers and banners and stickers that can go into bathroom stalls, that can go on windows at businesses. So any business that wants to have something to put in their windows or in their bathrooms, call Canyon Hills or call CityServe and we will get those to you ASAP. We have them in Spanish and English. They're ready to go. If anybody wants those, give us a call and we'll get them over to them.
I just love the idea of a bathroom stall. I saw one just last week when I was traveling, and I thought this is so fantastic because it's one of the few times that a woman who's being trafficked may be able to get away from his eyes or her eyes. Sometimes it's a woman doing the trafficking.
That's right.
Have some privacy and get that information. Cynthia, thank you for all the work that you are doing along with Project Rescue, Canyon Hills, and CityServe. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
Okay. Have a great day, everybody. We'll be out there until 5 o'clock, and we appreciate your support as well.